just a second for it to make sure it's loaded.
It's streaming live on Facebook.
Yep, here we come. Yay. All right, welcome, everyone. I'm Lisa Zimmer, doTERRA Blue Diamond. We're going live today in Lisa Zimmer Essential Oils Biz Tips. I'm so excited to have a special guest, Joy Rudd. So we connected, just yesterday? And I said, hey, I'm so excited to hear about your success that you're having with the Lisa Zimmer trifolds and make and takes and vendor tools, and want to come on video in the morning. So here she is, totally thrown under the bus and no prep. And so we're just going to dive in. So Joy was telling me, I'm so excited to hear, Joy just discovered me in December on accident by Googling doTERRA vendor events. And she found my vendor event training videos. So if you don't have, and she was sucked right in. And if you don't have those, please check them out. They're free. My YouTube channel, here in the Facebook group, Lisa Zimmer Essential Oils Biz Tips. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Denise. Yay. All right. So what I wanted you to hear was direct from Joy. I'm going to read her testimonial that she posted in the group, and then I want her to take it away on what she did and how. So Joy says, thank you so much. I just had my first class in 2 years, 3 people, 1 existing customer. I got 1 enrollment and 1 more for sure will enroll later. $80 in rollerball sales, which covered the $50 space fee. Definitely a win. So congratulations on that, especially since you had to rent a space. Mm-hmm. So that's why I love the system that I set up, because sometimes people have to pay for stuff and we need positive cash flow, right? So I want to hear from you now. I don't want to do all the talking. So I want you to say, tell us how your mindset has changed since you found my stuff, my trifold and whatnot. Share with them what you love about the trifold. Just share what you want to share.
Well, it's been really nice because it's a short thing. I have a tendency to over talk. I'm very sciencey and I go into all that crazy, right? Oh, this happens in the body. And that's not the way to do it, because it scares people off. They think, oh, it's so complicated.
Right.
And even doing that, I still have customers, but they fall in love with me and then they trust me. Mm-hmm. So it's nice to have a format to follow and to read, so I don't overspeak. And I totally love doing DIYs. That was always something I've done, but now it's more organized and regimented. It's not like, oh, hey, let's just play with oils. Now it's like, okay, they're $5 a piece. Here's 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you. I just gave them the roll. I didn't even ask them if they wanted to do it. I don't know if that's wrong, no, but they all like, okay. And so then I brought out the first oil and I talked briefly about that oil and what it does. And I thought, oh, good, that's fun. So everybody finished. We handed out rollerball lids. They all smashed them on. And I handed them the next one. I said, okay, this one is for this. And I just did the blurb that was under the
on the make and take.
Yeah, just a little blurb. This is for this. This is for this.
Don't overdo it, right? I just
talked about the oils. It was a lot of known oils to me. So it was easy enough to just say a quick couple of things, different stuff. This will help you with your mind. This will help you with this mood. This will help this physically. And it was fun. Oh my gosh. And the conversation around the table. I had one customer who was brand new, and I don't even think she cracked her oils, because she wasn't my customer. She's my leader's customer, but they're in different towns. Mm-hmm. So my leader lives in Illinois. All her friends live here. I'm so mad she moved away, because now I get to help all her friends, which is fine, but I don't know where she's done.
Oh yeah.
So obviously this gal got nothing. I was like, let me send you some stuff. So I got to just start completely over with her. Mm-hmm. And
here's what's cool about that.
Stuff.
I
Yeah.
want to interject here for a second, right? Because it happens to all of us, right? So we try and connect with these people, and then they don't, they're busy, they're whatever. And now you get the opportunity to help
Mhm.
that leader, right?
Mhm.
Pick that
Mhm.
up. And here's the cool part about these make and takes. You're doing that class anyway.
Yeah.
So bring
Yeah.
them home. And
I know.
here's why my system works. So the old mindset, before I created this system, right, was the whole, well, I don't know. Everybody,
Sample forever. Yeah.
people still do the sampling, like free, 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 right? But what happens when you're the leader and you're
Mhm.
giving samples, free samples to people who come, and you find out on an they're not part of your organization, or they are part of your organization, but now you have to foot the bill. That's why the Zimmer make and take system, you're getting
Yeah.
paid to cover your expenses no matter who. So then you can take away that, I can't believe I'm footing the bill for everyone, right?
Right.
So that's why it creates a more like cohesive, more positive, supportive
Mhm.
mindset. Even if people come in who came in because they want roller balls and some other leader didn't take care of them on another team or whatever, we're not out. So I love
Yeah,
that.
I've
I love that
really
you
been
stepped
digging
up.
that.
Mhm.
Actually, I did rollerballs at a couple events and it paid half because
Mhm.
the events aren't so expensive here. But I was so grateful for that.
Mhm.
That it was like they're $5 a piece only, and you'll love them. You'll have so much
Yeah.
fun.
And there's
But
possibility in there for
there
you
is,
get more than
and
your oil money back, right? You can have room for goodie
totally
bags.
need that.
Yep.
Yes,
Cool.
totally need that support, especially new. Like
Right.
I'm a premier, but I'm a solid elite. I don't always hit premier.
Mhm.
And so, that's not a ton at the beginning. You're
Mm-mm.
making what, $150 a month,
You need
which is
that positive
great,
cash
at least for
flow.
one of my orders,
Mhm.
because I
Need that.
split all of our orders in two. My husband uses everything and I do,
Yeah.
just to
But
make it work.
$80 for
Yeah,
what, four people?
for
That's really
people.
good.
Exactly. At the end, I'm like, okay, here's 4 roller balls. It's $20 a piece. And they'll just like, "Tip, tip, tip." I was like, oh, praise
Perfect.
Jesus. Thank you, Lord, for the insight and the training that's happened, because that wouldn't have happened without you
Yeah.
at all. And then I called the two gals that kind of jumped board with me, and they're still not doing anything, but they're happy, they're encouraged, and they're thinking, oh, I should do that now. Oh, it's so easy. And I said, oh my gosh, you guys, you totally got to do it, because I got to just read it and then just play with the oils for a minute and talk about them in the order you're supposed to. And then at the end, you say, those are, so it's $20 for the roller balls. And let me tell you how to get started and get these oils in your house. And then I ran through the
Tribal.
things real quick, small bottle, big bottle. I said, whichever one is the most comfortable one for you, pick that. And that's a great way to start. You trust me, you're going to be adding later. It doesn't
I
matter
love
how you
hearing
start.
you repeat all my scripts and
I know,
words
like,
just found in
yes,
December.
it just makes it easier if you know a thing to say,
Yep.
because
And
I was always
short.
tripping over my words and I
Mhm.
was saying too much.
Mhm.
And then they're like, oh no, I don't want a membership. But it doesn't matter. It's like Costco, dude. You pay for Costco, right? So you can get the discount and the great products. Why wouldn't you do for your personal care?
Yep.
It's the same thing, but you're getting good stuff that's non-toxic. You wouldn't want to buy this stuff at Costco. Trust me. Like, look at me like, what are you talking about? You
Now
get
you know
50,000 ounces for nothing.
small bottle, big bottle. What are you more comfortable with? Easy peasy.
Yeah.
People understand that. And we
Mhm.
forget, like, I'm a talker too, which is why I needed my own system so I could focus. Because I can't focus to save my life. And even if I go off on my tangents, I still have my trifold in my hand, and
Mhm.
it draws me back. I can come back and get back on focus again, or the make and take. If I go off on a tangent about some testimonial, which is so hard, the longer you're in it, right? The
Mhm.
testimonials just flow from our mouth over and over and over because we're so excited. But it's
Yeah.
great to share testimonials, but the tools then and the process help draw you back in and
Yeah.
stay on focus.
Yeah,
So
I did. I stayed pretty good on track. I think I ran over 15 minutes in the little class. And then one of the gals, she's like, oh, I'd really like to get started, but none of that's in my budget. So everyone else kind of moved away and did their thing in the space, which is a lot of stuff to look at, like a for sale museum type thing that they do, crafty stuff. Anyways, so we sat at the table and just chatted for a minute. And she goes, my husband just talked to me today about spending too much money. And I said, you know what? My husband told me last week he was going to take away my checkbook. Oh, I know exactly where you're coming from, lady. How about this? We have a mini intro kit, $55. You can get started. And it's something you could say, you know what? That's like buying groceries because it's allergy medicine. And she goes, okay, let's do that. And I said, great.
You have literally, have you watched every video that I've
Oh my gosh, I've watched the 60-second enrollment video like 40,000 times because I can't remember. I had a
perfect
failure 4 years ago and my memory just doesn't work very well. My husband gets so mad, I forget conversations from 5 minutes ago. And he's like, I just told you that. And I'm like, I don't remember. I'm so sorry.
What happened 4 years ago? I missed that.
Yeah, I had a hormone issue from stress overload. From a grief thing. My mom fell off the edge of the world when her husband passed. Then I fell off the edge of the world because she was off the edge of the world. And I was in a horrible, horrible job that was so stressful. It was horrifying.
Your body just shut down.
Died. Cortisol took over. My thyroid was still working, but nothing was getting in. I blew up like a balloon. My hormones were everywhere and I couldn't think. The brain fog is a real thing. Mm-hmm. I will never discount anyone again for saying, oh, I have brain fog. That stuff is crazy hard. And the job that I was in, you cannot make one mistake. I was entering data into the National Crime Database.
Oh, wow.
Can't make a mistake. So, city job. You can get fired from those. I just think it's not nice.
You went through a hard time.
It was rough because even waiting to get into some doctor that could help me because we didn't know.
So you know what is interesting? We all have these same stories, just different paths and end up here. Isn't that amazing? And now we have a whole new empathy, sympathy for our customers.
Absolutely.
Isn't it?
It was a rough couple of years. And I went on the thyroid medicine, but then I was able to get myself off with the oils, researching those things. And so I was able to exit that and keep everything better and help lower my cortisol. And now stress-free is my motto.
Good for you.
Yeah, if it causes me stress, I try not to do it.
A side job that you obviously love, because we talked for like 1 minute before we got on video. And as soon as you started talking about doTERRA, you were lit up, right? And that's what this is about, like helping people stay lit up. I was talking to my account manager recently. I have a new account manager, and I was pretty upset about my old account manager leaving because he was like awesome. And I said, I don't know if you know who I am. And he started laughing, the new guy. He's like, we know who you are. And I was like, oh, okay. He's like, you could have been like presidential diamond by now. Like what inspires you to do that? I said, you know, what's interesting. One of the main reasons there were many reasons why I created the Zimmer system. Like my own team needed it. I needed it. Everybody needed it. But also, I was so tired of people reaching like elite or maybe even premier and quitting because they weren't getting past that hump. And if you can get past that, that's where the magic happens, right? You start to see more income and at elite, premier, and below, a lot of times everybody has other jobs. And the process was too complicated. I said, we have complicated these people right out of business. We need to simplify this so that anyone can do it. And then one of the things I do say, and I get to say this, any dummy can do it because I had the brain damage when I started, right? So someone like me could read from a trifold, and someone like I was could duplicate me. And that's not how it was when I started. But that's why I couldn't teach the classes at first, and my ex-husband had to. I had to step aside and help them one-on-one because I couldn't retain that information and do that stuff. And so I'm glad that you are seeing the benefit in that. Plus, when we talk too much, like you and I have said that we talk too much in our classes and love to share, people can't do what we do. So no one wanted to teach classes under me. They wanted us to teach them because no one could be like us. Well, now read from the Zimmer trifold, read from the Zimmer Make and Take, watch the 60-second enrollment video. It's free. Get in WWZDs to learn problem solving and overcoming objections. Done.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
so
magical.
proud of you.
It's so magical. And you're right about the early times, you know, the money isn't big, but the want is big.
Yeah.
And so going from
emotional
OV
reward.
only, right? Because you can get to Premiere on your own Steam. It doesn't even matter. It's just OV. But to go to silver, it's difficult unless you have people working. There's just no way. So I did make it into Silver Club.
Yay.
And that is going to be a Zimmer Silver Club. I've been in Silver Club 3 times.
Yay.
I'm going to make it.
I'm so excited.
I have a meeting with my leaders this end of this week.
Good.
I'm going to show them the class that I'm doing. And I'm going to say, okay, guys, this is how I've had success to get here again. And I would love for you to join me in this particular way of doing things if you feel comfortable with it. So we'll see what they say.
Yay.
Yeah.
You know, if they see it in action too and see the fun and see it really is that easy and stick to the, I remember I don't know if it was the first or second one I did. I think it was the second one I did when I hadn't shared it. I just created a Roma Touch Advantage Make and Take for me and my team, and for fun to keep it simple. They had come out with the Aroma Touch Enrollment Kit back then, the smaller version. And we were doing a class, and a young lady was there who had enrolled with someone but had never been to a class. And she came, and she's very smart. She had a PhD in applied physics and had taught collegiate level. And we got done, and she just loved natural health and wellness. And she said, is this all you do? Like for your business or the income for this? Like you just read from that brochure and we have fun and make recipes, and then people order the oils and you make income? I said, yeah. She said, do I have to have you do this, or can I just do this by myself with my own friends at my own house? And I swear to God, I heard angels singing. It was like,
right? I'm waiting for those angels.
Right? Like my whole team had been like, you know, not wanting to teach classes. Like the Zimmers will do it because they do it better. Like, don't be amazing, be duplicatable.
Exactly.
I swear to God, the angels were singing and the sun was shining in my living room. Like I was just like, I have goosebumps now. I've been talking about it. I was like, I think I'm onto something. And like shortly thereafter, I created like 16 more make and takes in the next couple months. And I was like, we are launching this for everyone because this is what people need. They need to have fun at class.
Yes.
They need to have all the different topics to pick from. I think you got most of them, if not all of them, right?
Yeah.
So that you can offer to your people now that just enrolled, hey, do you want to have one of these classes and get some products for free? Or even some free cash. What topic do you love? Here's the topics you have to pick from, and send them a list of all your make and takes and get them excited.
Exactly what I did. I had the list, the little graphic. And so I sent that to 3 of my really good customers. And I said, hey, we were going to have a class before COVID. You want to have a class? Here's all the new classes that I'm offering. Which one you want to do? And they all 3 said, oh, that sounds fun. I'll do this one. I'll do this one. I'll do this one. Like, yes. I know.
Booking classes.
Booking classes.
Amazing. I might just have to hire you to come on and do Thursday videos for me. You tell everybody, this is what I did and this is what you should do.
This,
Right? I forget that I even have the graphic. Like we have so much content here in Lisa's
right.
Essential Oils Biz Tips Facebook group. So much
Mhm.
content that I even forget what we've done because it's
Right.
been since 2017.
Right.
It's been,
And I know I've been through a bunch of the media and I'm like, oh, I can use that because I'm not a creative spirit. My mom did not give me that. She's a creative person all day long. I can copy and paste like nobody's business.
That's all you need. That's the key to duplication, right?
Right.
You don't have to be the one to create
Copy and paste, baby.
Be the one to duplicate it. I love it. Well, I am so glad you joined on today. I have not looked at any of the comments because I wanted to be able to focus on you and what you have to share. But let me take a peek and see if I can read any of the comments. Oh, it's not showing me comments today. It's just saying who's watching. So I'll come back and answer any comments later for everyone. But thank you, Joy. I don't know if there's anything left on my website that you have not purchased, but if there is, I would love to gift you something from the website up to $39. So if there's like a newer WWZD you haven't seen or anything like that, let me know, send me a message and I'll send that over to you. Thank you for sharing your testimonial and your success. Thank you for taking your time to learn something new since December.
Right.
And for already being an expert at the systems and processes and
reading a brochure and being myself.
Exactly. That's what we want. We want everyone to be themselves. You don't have to do it exactly like me. You don't have to do it exactly like Joy, but you do have to show up and do it.
Exactly. And that's the hard part. Sometimes it's like cresting over that little bit of fear. Like,
or a little bit of fear.
Is this class going to be fun? Is this going to be okay? Am I going to do it good enough? You know, and
always good enough.
That class was so fun. Everyone walked in. I had a brochure and one of the little baby giveaway papers.
Yeah.
Just fill out the name, address, phone number, email. And then I said, and make sure you check the back because that's how I'm going to see what class I want to do next year.
Perfect.
And they all did it.
Love it.
And they just, it was there. So they filled it in. I mean, it's a normal thing to do.
So for new people wondering where you get all these things, when you get my newer WWZD courses, I don't even know how many, like the last half a dozen at least, you get an entire Dropbox of all of my tools. There's like 30 some tools in there for free. And you just have to purchase trifolds, make and takes, and WWZDs. And then like the giveaway slips and enrollment slips and a whole bunch of other stuff that she's talking about are free in the WWZD Master Dropbox. You only have to buy one of the newer WWZs to get that. So, and it's all organized and it basically builds your binder for you. You just print everything and your whole binder is built except your trifolds and make and takes. So I just love it that you've mastered that already. So, well, thank you, Joy. You were a joy to have on today.
Oh my gosh.
And
thank you so much.
More of these videos. So if anybody's watching and you've got a story like Joy's or a success that you want to share, whether it's a vendor event, a make and take class, an essential oils 101 class with a trifold, enrolling people just from the trifold, 60-second enrollment, whatever you've had success with, it's time for us to do these kinds of videos again, because I think people need to hear from more than just me. We need to see that it's real people on the ground putting these items into action and having the success that you have. So congratulations and congratulations on Silver Club. So I look forward to hearing more success. So hopefully I'll see you in WWZD 24. I have not launched the dates or that on my website yet. I need a little time to recover and rejuvenate and get inspired again and get my son graduated from high school and get him moved here. But we will do WWZD 24, probably be the end of May. And look forward to seeing you guys in WWZD 24 and here every week. So thanks, Joy. Send me a message. Tell me what you love from the website.
But I will.
Awesome. Great to meet you.
Great to meet you as well.
Okay. Bye, guys. Happy oiling.
Happy oiling.